So filter. So filter, in the CSS filter we have so much of filter options will be available here, like invert, sphere, brightness, contrast. So we can increase this images using this filter option. I'll explain here how the filter will be used for this in the CSS. Let me write this some properties. So we just write here the filter. So filter gives the visual effects like blur and saturation, brightness, contrast, shadow, grayscale, hue, rotate, invert, like this. So here is the syntax for writing this filter. Filter can write here none, blur, brightness, contrast, and drop shadow, grayscale, grayscale, and hue, rotate, hue, hue, rotate, invert, opacity, and saturate, sepia, like this. So these are the values available for the filter. And we have one more property also there, that is a CSS opacity property. So directly we can write this opacity in the CSS. I'll explain here. CSS opacity property. Just we can write this opacity. I told you that 0 to 0.9. We can give the values for this one. So this opacity property will reduce the opacity for an image using this opacity. And coming to this filter here. For the filter, we can write this first. We can write the blur here, blur effect. So how can you write the syntax for this blur means? Here we can use this WebKit filter. WebKit filter blur. That blur we can write this 10 pixels along with original syntax. This is not original syntax. Along with we can write the original syntax like blur. Sorry. Filter blur 10 pixels like this. So like this we can write the syntax here. Look at this one. I write here WebKit. So I write here WebKit. WebKit is nothing but, I'll explain there. These are called vendor prefix names. Vendor prefix names. So what are the vendor prefix names we have means? Vendor prefix names is nothing but, in order to supporting the browser, for the browser supporting we can write some prefix names. Those are called the vendor prefix names. So this vendor prefix names is nothing but the first one, WebKit. We can write like this: WebKit O and MOZ and MS. MS like this. So these are the vendor prefixes available for here. So WebKit will support the Chrome browser, Android, and also it will support for the Safari browser. Safari. So WebKit will support Chrome, Android, Safari. O stands for older Opera Mini, and emoji stands for Mozilla Firefox. Mozilla Firefox. MS stands for Microsoft Edge. Microsoft Edge there. See, these are called the vendor prefixes. So we can use this original syntax. This is the original syntax. Along with that, we can use this vendor prefixes. Why we can use this vendor prefixes means, so some browsers will not support this all the properties. So that time we need to write this vendor prefixes here. So the blur, we can write this blur effect here, and the contrast. See, for the contrast, we can write this percentages. We can give like this 200 percentages, and for the grayscale also we can give grayscale also. We can give the percentage, and hue rotate. We can give the degrees. We can give the degrees, and invert also we can give the percentages. We can give the percentages, and saturation we can give the percentage, and the SPIA we can give the percentage. Yeah, also example, there you get a clear understanding. There you get so without overall, we didn't understand this one. So let me open this Visual Studio. So here I'll just remove this one here. I don't want to apply this. Just take the style tag, and I'll remove it. I'll take the image tag. This image tag will provide the source file. So 6 dot. I'll check this one whether it is exist or not. Go to this desktop CSS file. There is no existing file. I'll do one thing. I'll take this 7 image. 7 dot jpg, and this one we can write this nature. Now we can run this one on the browser. Go to this one, just reload this page. We'll place the image there. The first one, I told you that we have the blur effect. We have blur effect. So for this image, I'll take this class name. I take the class name. I'll provide here like nature. So I take the class name, nature, and I just apply this one here. Filter, blur. So first I'll take this 9 pixels. Now go to this browser, look at this image, I just reload this page. So this is a blur effect. We can apply this one. Next, I'll just put it in the comma. Put it in the comments. Next thing. So sorry. Here also I'll see in this. We write this vendor prefix names. WebKit filter blur 9 pixels. So you can always write this one. Why? Because the filter effect will not be, this filter property will not support for all the browsers. So Chrome it will support. So whether you can run in this Firefox and whether you can run this one Internet Explorer. So I'll just put it in the comment. Next we can write filter brightness. Brightness. So go to this browser, just reload this page. So this is the original image. For this image, I'll just apply here for brightness 0.9. Now go to this one, reload this page. Look at this one. And if you want, you can increase this size to 7. Sorry, brightness 7 there. Now go to this browser, just reload this page. Look at this one. We just increase the brightness there. And here we can give this 3 pixels. Just reload this page. So it will give the brightness. 3 is too much. Just give the 1 pixels. Just reload this page like this. And this is a brightness. To increase the brightness, we can use this one. To decrease the brightness also we can use this one like 0.2. Go to this, reload this page. Look at this one. To decrease the brightness for the image, we can use this one here. And next, I'll just put it in the comments. The next thing, I'll just apply. I take a filter, so we can write the grayscale. So grayscale is nothing but a grayscale. It will give the black color. It will give the black color. So it will give the black and white image. Look at this one. So we can give the black and white image using this grayscale. Next, I'll just put it in the comments. Next, I'll take this filter. Filter invert. Invert 100%. It just invert the colors here. It will interchange or invert the colors. Look at this. Invert the color of an image. Next. Next we have filter hue rotate. Hue rotate 185 degrees. So it is also increase the color effects. Now I'll just reload this page. Look at this. So it will rotate the color which direction you want. So I just hide this one. Filter saturate. Saturate 200%. Now it will give the pure color. Look at this one here. So it will give the pure color. And we have sepia. Filter sepia 80%. Look at this. It will give some color effect. And also we can apply multiple filters. Like if you want to apply this multiple filters, we directly apply here. Filter contrast. The contrast we just write 1.9, and we can also write the grayscale 100%, and also write invert like this. We can also write multiple filters like this, and here one more is there, drop shadow. Drop shadow. In the drop shadow, we can give the values like 16, 17. Like we can give the three values, 16 pixels, and I'll just apply RGBA. So here I'll just apply the red color, 0, comma, 0.5 or zero point 0.6. Now go to this browser, just reload this page. Look at this. So which will give the drop shadow there. Which will give the drop shadow for this filter. So this is nothing but the filter effects in the CSS that you can practice there. Next, I told you that opacity property. In this opacity, just you can write. So before that, I'll just run this one on the browser. See, this is the image. I'll just reduce the opacity. Look at this one, 0.5 there. Just reload this page. Look at this one. So we just reduce the opacity there like this. So in the tomorrow session, I'll just explain this G index along with the